We're back. What is this? What is this? What is any
What
of
is
this?
this? I think that's a great way to when you're singing deep in the heart of Winfield. Oh wow!
You're a little late on the clap, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all.
We're on time delay, Mr. Arthur. This is awful. Anyway, because when you were doing it, I was trying to wait for your clap, and it is a whole thing. Anyway, uh, Mr. Arthur, I came up with a game this week. Um, I really like this one.
Hmm.
This is something that one of the students said that I should do some hip hop, and I didn't do
Yep.
hip hop. I
Okay.
did some R&B, some very
Ooh.
some very loose R&B. Like most would define him as pop,
Okay.
uh, not the king of pop, not him. But Mr. Arthur, have you ever heard of Khalid?
Okay. So before we get into this,
Okay.
we were in Target about a month ago,
Hmm.
and I asked you if this was the same as DJ Khaled,
That is correct.
and you told me no. That's
Yes.
all I know.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Why I forgot about that, and we're looking at vinyl records, and yes, this is Khalid, not DJ Khaled. Um, Another one. Anyway, Khalid was born Khalid Donnell Robinson in 1998 because we are old, and uh, he is an American singer, songwriter. Most people again label him as pop and R&B. In March of 2017, he released his debut album. It was American Teen. It produced two top 20 singles. One is Location, the other one is Young, Dumb, and Broke. Uh, both of them are bops. Anyway, he spent his childhood in different locations because his mother and father were both in the military. And he started, or he didn't start, he was born in Georgia.
Hmm.
He spent time in Kentucky, spent time a couple of places in New York, even 6 years in Germany. And high school, though, he started singing, doing some musical theater. He attended the Carthage Central High School in Carthage, New York, for his first 3 years. So his freshman, sophomore, junior year of high school. But then his parents split. His mother moved him to which West Texas city. Okay, so it's a city in West Texas is where they moved. This city, I'll give you two hints. This city has an institution in the University of Texas system. It
Okay.
also is the city hosts the second oldest football bowl game in the country.
West Texas.
West Texas.
How west?
All I can say is West Texas.
Okay.
But I will tell you this, Mr. Arthur, it's not lying when I say West Texas.
El Paso.
Correct. Correct. They have the University of Texas at El Paso. They have the second oldest football bowl game. I didn't know until I was researching is the Sun Bowl in
Hmm.
El Paso. I knew of the Sun Bowl. I didn't know it was the second oldest, and I didn't know it was in El Paso. And
Yeah, I didn't either.
I thought it was in Arizona. Whatever. Anyway, so when he moves to El Paso, he starts going to America's High School. He enrolled there in 2015. He enrolled as a senior, and uh, he has described this as the best year of school of his life. He loved it in El Paso. He's told many sources that he never felt at home before he got to El Paso. And throughout his time in both places, he was studying singing, he was studying musical theater, voice, all those things. It's the end of his senior year. For some reason, he wasn't really looking at graduation. He wanted to release a song before his senior prom. He wanted his own single to release before his senior prom.
Hmm.
And he would release Location. Location was his first single off his album. It was also the first thing he ever released. And he did it on which online audio distribution platform and music sharing website? Hint, this is a company that was founded in 2007, but it didn't reach prominence until the 2010s. When you get it, you start it for free, and it's made its own subgenre of rap.
I have no idea.
Mr. Arthur, come on. We have, well, you've heard of this, but you're not in the music game as much as I am, Mr. Arthur.
It's a streaming service?
It is a streaming service, but it's also where they can just release music. People can just release music on it without, a label or anything.
Oh, one I know is Spotify.
Spotify's a good guess, but this is SoundCloud.
Oh, okay.
So he released Location on SoundCloud. It's went on to be a great hit. That album actually went to be double platinum.
Oh, wow.
And, he's done a lot of collaborations. That's my last question. But one, I made a joke on Instagram about us being dropping a mixtape on SoundCloud because of that picture we took when we were getting ready, area officer nominating committee. And then I really like one of the collabs he did with Logic. I don't know if you know Logic, but he's a music producer, and he released a song that helps suicide prevention. It helped awareness, and he actually named the song 1-800-273-8255. That was the name of the song on all the charts because that is the hotline to the suicide prevention lifeline. And because of the work that Khalid did, the Logic and Alessia Cara on that song, it actually made the FCC make a easier way to reach that. And so the FCC implemented 988 as the new toll-free nationwide telephone number for the hotline because of the work on that.
That's all.
Yeah, I don't think it's live yet. I don't think 988 is live yet, but it's in the resolution or whatever. It's going to be live by 2022.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool. And I like when music makes a difference. I like that. And so anyway, that was just what I was saying about this week because of a couple of different things. But, poultry, it's rice country. So, Mr. Arthur, is that all we have for this segment?
I think it is.
Well, if my math is right, we are going in to the last segment. So here we go. And here we are for the final segment of the night. As the sun fades behind Mr. Arthur, we are going to go into our final segment. Our final segment, of course, is What Is This? What Is This is the part that became a music trivia game show finale part of the show that Mr. Arthur, I love writing this every week. It's a peaceful writing experience. And again, I will disclaimer this. I say writing, it's piecing and parting from Wikipedia, doing a little bit of research, and there is some of my own words, but a large portion is from the band's Wikipedia page. So, Mr. Arthur, do you have anything to say before I get into the quiz?
Let's hit it.
Let's hit it. That's what I think you're gonna. I don't know. This is not a groundbreaking one. I'm not going to. Well, I'll just get into it, Mr. Arthur. So, one of my favorite bands, because Mr. Arthur kind of gets annoyed with me because I'm always upbeat, or I try to always be upbeat. Even when I get mad, I'm pretty funny and upbeat about it, or I try to be anyway. I try to be silly. But Mr. Arthur, this is in our playlist, in my school playlist, my current rotation that I have. Even though it's Christmas season, we're not listening to that in the ag department right now.
but Fits and the Tantrums. Have you ever heard of Fits and the Tantrums?
I have not. I was hoping it was Wilson Phillips tonight. Man.
Well, just hold on.
One more day.
One more day. So, Mr. Arthur, Fits and the Tantrums, they are an American indie pop and neo soul band. Are you familiar with neo soul?
I just learned what neo meant about 2 weeks ago. So. No, I'm not.
Neo soul band. They were from Los Angeles, California. They were founded by Michael Fitzpatrick in 2008. Michael went and purchased an old Conn electronic organ. Conn was an instrument company founded in 1876. Has been in business some fashion. They've been owned by different companies, but they've been in business ever since 1876. Are you familiar with Conn?
Yeah, we had a Conn at church.
That's exactly where my head went. I've definitely seen the beautiful font of Conn on the piano and all. But founded in 1876. I want to know, in what state was Conn founded? And I have a hint. The hint is, it is one of the states that comprise of the 50 United States.
Really?
Is that not a good enough hint, Mr. Arthur?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, so I have a real hint, because I felt like you weren't going to like the first one. So here's the second hint. It borders the Great Lakes, and its largest city is in the dead center of the state, geographically speaking.
Wisconsin?
No, sir.
No. I was trying to look at actually I was pulling my political president election map, and I was trying to think where.
Don't bring that up, Mr. Arthur.
No, but I was thinking where the metropolitan area was, of these states, and I'm not real familiar with the.
Right. You would know this state. You would know. You've been to this state. You've been to this state semi-recently. Indiana. Conn is from Indiana, Elkhart, Indiana. So, I don't know. I thought that was interesting. I don't know why it really wanted to point out that he bought a Conn. It almost felt like I was reading an advertisement, but sometimes that's the way these articles read. You never know what you're going to get on Wikipedia. But neither here nor there. After purchasing the Conn organ, he was inspired to write the song "Breaking the Chains of Love" the same night he bought the organ. He contacted his college friend, who was a saxophonist named James King, and James recommended a singer named Noel Scaggs and drummer John Wicks. No relation to the movie. Anyway, so in what state? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead of myself. I'm so excited, Mr. Arthur. 1 week after their first rehearsal, Fitzpatrick booked their first gig, their first show. He booked it at Hotel Cafe. Hotel Cafe. In what state will you find this Hotel Cafe? Hint. This state contains or has access to more national parks than any other state. Also, it possesses what most considered to be the largest tree in the world that has a height of 275 feet and a circumference of 102 feet.
California, absolutely, Mr. Arthur.
I found a way to talk about national parks and trees in a trivia question, and when I saw that opportunity, I just took it.
Do you know if the tree is a giant sequoia or a redwood?
I don't want to lie to you, Mr. Arthur. I think it was a sequoia. I cannot remember for sure, but 102 feet.
That's nuts.
My goodness, that's 30 yards. Like that.
Yeah, that's huge.
It's nuts. Anyway, so Mr. Arthur, I think we had a great show tonight.
I think we did too.
I'm really happy of the video format. I love playing with video, and so I'm looking forward to editing this in a few minutes. Do you have anything else that we need to add?
I don't think so, other than please be sure that you're keeping up with your assignments. I talked to my classes about that today. We'll still have part of this 9 weeks left over when we get back from Christmas.
Mhm.
So it's very crucial that you get all of that work taken care of before we get out. Mr. Riley and I have been very lenient about giving extended time because we know internet circumstances and that kind of thing. So please just take care of that work. Also, if you have not already ordered a t-shirt from Mr. Riley, please do that. If you're watching this early, try to get that in ASAP. We've set out a link for that, I think, to all our classes, Mr. Riley.
Yes.
We're excited about the future of Winfield FFA as always. And that's about all I'm going to say.
As always, I have no idea what next week's going to hold, and I'm so excited to see what it is holding. I can't wait to see all of you on Monday, all of you that are 100% face-to-face. I can't wait for Monday. I cherish every minute that we're here in the Ag Department, Mr. Arthur. I'm really a big fan, and I can't wait for next week. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and if you're doing this Sunday night, I hope you had a great weekend. So, Mr. Arthur, I think that's it.
That's it. Y'all have a good one.
Deuces.